I'm sure they moved their microphones on purpose. Good evening, how are we doing? Nice to see you all. I just thought I'd do a stream, to be honest. I've been off for a few days. I'm back at work tomorrow. And there's normally a UK vape show, so I thought I'd do a vape show. Anyway, whatever. It was supposed to be a laugh, but nobody's laughing, so it doesn't matter. So good evening, Ben M. How you doing? Nice to see you, buddy. I've wicked this up. I'm wearing a cardigan as well. So it makes you want to do RDAs like Graham. Look at that. Beast. So I've signed back up to Zoom today. I thought I'd be able to use it on my other channel as well. Got a plan to doing a few lives on there. If I can get anybody to come in there as well. I've got my earphones in. I can put the thing in the chat if anybody wants to come in. It all seems to have gone a bit quiet on the vaping front. I just thought I'd have I just actually thought I'd just do one because I hadn't done one for ages. And I did one the other week and a few people watched it. So I've been out on my bike today. I've been to Mablethorpe. That probably wasn't the best idea in the world because when you get there and it's got thick ice and you're riding down the ice on your bike thinking, Christ, here we go. I'm going to end up with a broken leg. And anyway, I didn't. So I'm back. Look at this. Raspberry white chocolate cheesecake. It's from the Whitlicker era, should I say, of the Licious stuff. Hello, Nicky Baynard. How you doing? Neil Pitts, how you doing? Nice to see you. Thank you for popping in. So I thought I'd have a bit of a vape. I've been using a screamer on top of this. What do they call this one? This is the Bogan one, isn't it? I can't think now. It's gone out of my head. Anyway, why not use the original Goon? I've still got the box for that somewhere, believe it or not. I've had that since 2016. 2017. I used to have it on top of a Noisy Cricket version 2. But I took it off and I put it on there. The coils are probably about the same years old. No, they're not. The proper coils, what's in there? There'll be some aliens, won't they? Look tidy anyway. That's ready for juicing up. Big style. There we are. It's not been used for a while though. I think the 0.1 with a 21700 battery. I just better wet these before I ended up dragging away at some dead cotton. Because now the worst is you always seem to take a massive rip just before you get a dry hit, don't you? Worst one I've ever had was mesh. I never got on with mesh. It was always too cool until that point where you ended up free rider. How you doing? Nice to see you, buddy. It was always pretty cool until the point when you got a dry hit on it, and I could never seem to stop it dry hitting after that. So it was a bit of a waste of time. So I've been to Whitby. I went to Whitby for a couple of days, -5 and snowing. But when you plan these things, you might as well just go and do them, aren't you, really? Because that's what life's all about. So I went to stop in a hotel called the Penny Edge, if anybody's ever out that way. It's just a little bit. It's a mile from the middle of Whitby. You could walk down there without any trouble. John Paul Glasgow, how you doing? You could walk down there without any trouble, and I think it would be reasonable price enough to... it's attached to a pub, which... Marsden's, it's attached to a Marsden's pub, and the food in this bloody pub was amazing. They didn't have loads of people to serve because obviously it's that time of year, but it was lovely. I've got the dual recall on the way, so I'll be able to get the extras for it, won't I, to make it into a single. There's a kit, isn't there? But I got it from eSig1, and it was only 26, but I've got it to go on the Exome. Well, the Exome's blue. So I thought I might as well get it silver rather than the black. I didn't know with the black and green if it would go with this type of blue, to be honest. So I didn't bother. I was going to do a build on it tonight, and it hadn't come, which is a bit of a shame because I ordered it a couple of days ago thinking it would be here. You plan to go to Whitby in June for a short break? Right. Book early and make sure you get free parking because the only trouble is it costs a bloody fortune to park if you don't. It's a minimum of £5 every time you pull your car up. So... I mean, we parked in the station car park because it was easy when I knew where it was. And I parked there for the simple reason that, it's quite near to where you want to be, to where that bridge is, what takes you into the town and to the bottom of the steps. But it cost 14 quid to park for the day. So I suppose you're from down south, so that'll be cheap. I was just sat here, just waiting to go live. And I just nearly went live and found out that my computer clock's wrong. It was 8 minutes wrong. So I've just been in and synced it up. Otherwise, I'd have been here very early. The cat's been laid in there's a cat bed down here. I bought it. And I've had it ages. And he comes in here and he just lays here. And he was fussing round me, all round my legs and this, that and the other. And then he dropped his guts. And I tell you what, oh dear, that was a bit rough. There's no better smell than a cat fart. Anybody else popped in? No. Probably will do as we get going. Obviously, this channel gets used very, very rare. So what I've got tonight, I bought this to drink at Christmas. And I had another bottle of this. This is alcohol-free, by the way. And I bought another bottle of alcohol-free red wine. And we were sat watching the telly, and I drank it all. And I thought it didn't taste brilliant, but you just get drinking away, and it seems to taste better when you've been drinking it. And I felt rough for 2 days, with the tannins and all that in it, and it tasted a bit sour. And when I looked at the reviews on it, it said, "Don't buy this; it's shit." But it's just, that one, to be honest, it tastes very fruity, very ribenery. But there is a bit of that sort of red wine taste to it, so it's quite nice. The only thing with the single coil recoil is the cap is aluminium, so it can heat up if you chain vape it. Yeah, well, there's a lot of them like that, isn't there? But that's where you get your most flavour, don't you, with reduced chamber. So, sometimes it's worth it. Quite looking forward to getting it. I think they're only about, are they 22 or 25? I can't remember the goon. But I think they're only similar size to what that is, really. But I fancy one for a while. And then I get a percentage of when through my Amazon shop, I get a percentage, and I got some money through, and I thought I'll just buy one out of there. It's now near in Warwickshire. I didn't realise you was in Warwickshire. I just thought you were down south. Yeah, we got up and it snowed, and I said to Sue, I don't know if it's a good idea going up there because the renting was going to snow some more. So we got up and off we went. Went and had a breakfast in all, and it was clear there. So off we went. Said, we'll go to Bridlington first, do a bit of filming there. Because I take my camera and have a film. And we hadn't done Bridlington yet. So I said, we'll film down the front at Bridge. So we got there and it absolutely bucketed it down with snow. And I says, right, we'd better make a decision to either turn round or get to Whitby. And, we can get out in a few days when we want to come home. So we were looking forward to going. So off we went. So we got to Scarborough and it weren't snowing. So we pulled up there and had a bit of a wander around in the snow and, coffees and stuff like that. And then we jumped in the car because it started to snow there. Well, we went on the coast road and it was treacherous, to be honest. And I said to my wife, I said, we must be mental. If, so I've got all the way through the Christmas with no puke in the car and no dints, no nothing. I said, we're going to end up tipping it over on the way there, like. Anyway, we persevered and we got there, but we just, as we pulled up outside the hotel, we just stayed there for the night. Never went anywhere, went out, had a bit of something to eat. And I ended up with a bad stomach, to be honest. I don't know what was going on with that. But I don't know, you can eat breakfast and then have a meal at night, so I don't know. I'm not used to eating that amount of food, really. I thought, oh dear, I'm not going to do very well here. Anyway, we got up next day, went into Whitby, and they kept going on about it snowing here real bad. So we were trying to make a decision whether to come back early, and then we said, look, we'll just stay. We'll go in the morning. And we got up the next morning. It was a perfectly clear road all the way home. So, and then they've been going on about it today here. They've been saying, it's going to snow and it's going to be awful. It's going to be really windy. It's going to be really heavy rain. You're going to get 10 mil of rain in the night. And anyway, they've decided now we're going to get moderate rainfall from 6 o'clock. It was supposed to chuck it down from 3 and, have a storm and all this. If you follow the weather apps nowadays, you could actually ruin your entire life, couldn't you? You wouldn't go anywhere because it's like amber this and that, well, You just can't keep sitting at home, can you, really? So I'm pleased we went. It was nice, but it was so bitterly cold. It was cold last year, and we said, oh, well, at least it won't be as cold as it was last year. And we got there, and it was 5 degrees colder. It was -5, and there was a bit of a breeze. We walked up the steps onto the top, and it nearly cut you in half. It's such a lovely place. I love that coast. It's fantastic. It's well worth going. I tell you what, that's nice. It's been there steeping for a while, to be honest, because it's very rare I ever get anything out with 2 coils in, or even like that. I do basically mouth to lung most of the time, and I either have Onyx or some posh Vape Show that I have. You can tell the wife's not in. The house will be full of bloody steam, won't it? She's at loose for the night. It was tempting to go back to work today, and then I thought, well, I worked all the way through Christmas, and when you're having a few days off, just have a few days off. So I'll start back tomorrow. And so I went out to Mablethorpe today. I was going to have a carvery when I was there. So I finished riding my bike, and the carvery had shut. It's that time of year. So I came back to where I live and went to a stone house and had one there. You can't, honestly, nowadays, you can't go into a shop and get that sort of food to cook for the price that you can get it in the carvery. Their beef down there, I don't know where they get it from. It's bloody lovely. It really is. It's gorgeous. Sometimes the veg, one or two of the bits of the veg can be a bit dry, but you just go around that and get some other stuff, because you've got to accept it's that time of year and there's not that many people going in. So, what else am I vaping on? I can't remember the name of it. It's gone out of my head. Mike bought me it, bless him, at Expo. This Vapors Cloud, I do know what it's called, but I can't remember. I'm going to end up with it eventually when I get older. That, with the DNA chip in, 35 watts. And I do use this quite regularly, but not with this in, because I've had this since the Expo before that one. When this came out, that sick current. I've had it a couple of years and it's never gone weird. I put the nick in it. That Rebel from the Rebel Bogan range. Look. Sick current. This tastes absolutely fantastic. But when you walk out the room and come back in, you look at the cat to see if it's peed somewhere. It does smell a bit different. Weak battery. Nice. No, it's not going to have it. It said weak battery when it said, that's it. That's exactly what it is. It's got one of Ian's coils in it. It'd be even better when I put a proper battery in it. I put it in and it said weak battery, even when it was fully charged. But these are them Samsung 25s. I've had them ages and ages and ages. They work perfect in the mouth to lung, but when you try and put them in anything like that, it just says weak battery and it won't use it. These are good. Fogstar. I think I bought these from our local vape shop, to be honest. But I won't swear to it. I probably didn't. I probably bought them from Fogstar. These seem good. This will power it. It'll crackle in a minute. Here we go. Well, crackle a bit anyway. Mike Vapes, there's a new RTA coming out, and it's mouth to lung and reduced direct lung. All right. That should be all right. I'm not exactly sure which one I use, but I like just a little bit looser than mouth to lung. I don't like the tight mouth to lung like the when you're trying to pull a roll up, that type of thing. I like this one. I use these. I've got the same airflow in each one. That's got Onyx in it. These are what I use day in, day out. If I go away on holiday, I probably don't take anything else other than these, to be honest, because I can't be bothered nowadays to take a battery charger. And that's about what sort of cloud I get off it. That's got a crackle coil in it from Canuck Coils. It's nice. Good. I'll have a look at that one then if Mike Vapes has got another one coming out. There doesn't seem to be that much coming out. I don't really look round either. I've been fancying one of those, that one, what's the pod device where you can turn into an RBA if you get the elite version. Well, the e-cig one ain't got the elite version, so it means you've got to buy the non-elite version and then sort it out yourself. But I think they stock a different, an RBA for it, but I'm not sure. They look quite good. If I ever got near enough to look at one, I'd probably buy one of them, but I don't know. You just keep thinking, oh, I'm not going to, because by the time you've done it, it's like 90 quid or something like that. So if you get it and it's not really for you, it's another waste of 90 quid, isn't it? So, but I like those Albreeks. I've got 4 of them. I use them. I use 2 of them all the time anyway. The other 2 are just sort of stood there reducing, to be really honest. I do like it with the airflow pins, though, where you can change it. I've also got a Danny Mini with a tripod 2 on, and I like that. That came from Matt. Well, the Danny came from Blumpkin's Bargains, and the tripod 2 came from Matt. And it's bottom airflow as well, that. So I had to remember how to wick one of them, because I've been using top airflow that long. The Albreek's not the easiest one in the world to wick. Even now, I've been using them years, and I every now and again I'll not put enough cotton in, or put too much, or it's just, you just hope that you're not going, you've not gone out when you do it, because you have to come back and change them. But that's sort of 12 milligram. That's sort of my style of vaping nowadays, really. Whereas I used to, I've got a rule breaker here and a storm breaker, and I've got everything you can think of, stack mechs, and I've got I've only got one stack mech. I sold the other one. I've got a Purge stacked. And I've also got the Purge Slam. I paid 400 quid for the Slam. And that is a beautiful device. This one's lovely. I really do like this. This is probably one of my favourites out of all of them, really. This one don't go away. The other ones are in a drawer down there. The mechs are away. I took all the, obviously I took the cotton out of them, and they'd be pretty well patinaed up by now, I'd have thought. You sort of wonder how you used to have that much patience to fanny about, if you know what I mean. Now I just don't want to smoke cigarettes. So not as I wouldn't start smoking. I've had a few. I had a few when I was in Benidorm, and you think, well, these are bloody boring. There's hardly anything comes off them. They don't taste very nice. They make you stink. It just seems a bit of a waste of time. I always put 20 drops in. Saves taking the top off it. Those pods that have RBAs, they only go up to 4.2 volt output. They need to go up to 6 volt outputs. All right. So, well, everybody's saying now they're all right and they're enjoying them, but I don't know. That's what I say. I'd like to get near one. I'd actually like to physically see one before I bought one, because otherwise, gone are the days where I used to go down the vape shop and buy something. I used to literally go in to look for something to buy. And I'd buy something, I'd get it home, and 2 days later it'd be in the drawer with everything else, and I never used to use it. And I don't want to, go through, carry on doing that all my life. It's a waste of time. Well, I'm surprised that nobody's popped in to say hello. But anyway, such is life. That's nice, that. I've left the bottle downstairs on purpose, just in case it was going to give me an headache with the tannins. Anybody that's not drinking at the moment, Guinness. The Zero Guinness is just the same as drinking any other Guinness without the alcohol in it. And it's lovely. It's absolutely lovely. I can recommend that to anybody. There's also, what else did I try? I've tried a few different ones. I don't normally bother, but I thought, well, just because I was doing this, it'd be good. I bought new delicious flavour Neapolitan. I haven't tried it yet. I mean, look, what do you reckon to it? I bet it's nice. One thing about Faddy who knows his stuff. Hello, Sean. Sean, how you doing? Nice to see you, buddy. Everybody's changed the username, haven't they? Because they've started using your nickname rather than your username. Yeah, I've not tried it. I do like all of his. I like there's a chocolate one. Hello, Shrek. How you doing? Non-alcoholic. Are you non-alcoholic? And to the drink now for 14 months. It knocked me for 6. I used to get down me and all bloody strong stuff and that. It knocked me over, I think, now. I've started with that again. I don't really miss it, to be honest. Odd times of the day, you'll just sort of think, God, I could murder one, that it soon passes. And the positives are much better. Yeah, it will do. So his stuff's just lovely. And I think, this was nice, but obviously they took something away from it to get it through the thing over here. So it wasn't completely authentic, the way he intended it. But it's still a very, very nice juice. All right. Oh, well, you're doing all right then. You might as well not bother now. That's all you need, isn't it? Bit of medication and a couple of pints. That'll, once, 21st birthday, I used to suffer with real bad migraines. And I was out, I had a few drinks. All of a sudden, this migraine come on. Anyway, they brought me home that, and I thought, I'll just take a couple of tablets. Never even thought about it. I had loads and loads and loads of booze and took 2 of these strong tablets. And, well, never again. If that's the effect that things, that people are looking for in life, well, God, I felt awful. And it was just completely, one of them things that you do. And there was, I can't think what they're called. I think propanes or something they called them back in the day. We're talking a good few years ago because I'm nearly 60. You went to the drink since December 2019. Went to New Orleans for a birthday celebration. So you don't miss it either then. The only thing is with me, I'm not going to go on about it because people don't want to hear it, do they? There's no worse. You're looking through TikTok and everybody's declaring themselves their... Hello, Cooper. How you doing, mate? Nice to see you. Everybody's declaring themselves to be this, that, and the other, aren't they? But sometimes you've just got to realise you're getting too much down you and take a back seat with it. Bavarian Lager and IPA. Heineken's my least favourite. Got to be honest, it tastes a bit watery. I don't think I've tried Beck's Blue. Guinness is fantastic. They do a Madry as well, which is really nice. I'm trying to think of the IPA I had the other. Shipyard. That was nice. Craig Campbell, how you doing, mate? Nice to see you. Yeah, it's a vape show. I used to did it for a laugh. Slightly backfired because nobody's laughed. But I thought 8:30 on a Thursday night. Vic's normally there, so I'll put a UK vape show instead of the UK vape show. But anyway, nobody... And I couldn't use the proper music because it's on my other thing. On my other channel, so I'd have got in trouble for that. So I couldn't use the proper music, so I got the Pink Panther on instead. A mate of mine was on painkillers. I only drank on them and died. Well, there you go. Yeah. But once my shoulders fixed, I'm off to the pub. Are you still off work then, Shrek? Must be a nightmare, that. That's any trouble with me, like self-employed. You think, Christ, I went riding my bike today. And I got to one particular bit and it was sheet ice. And I thought, if I fall off here and break my collarbone, I'm doomed here. Do you like the shipyard? Yeah, well, yeah, it's bound to taste a little bit different. Apart from the Guinness, it doesn't taste any different. The Madry's about spot on as well, to be honest. But I just find the Heineken a little bit light. A little bit, I'd rather have a cup of tea. Christ. Must be a nightmare, that for you. It's one of them times that you wish you were fully insured. What we're vaping on, right? I'm on the Lascar V2. I finally remember the name of it. Do you know, I've only done this for about 5 years, six years now, isn't it? The Lascar V2, the Bogan one. We painted it up with the Rangdar. It's beautiful, this. It's a beautiful little mod. And you don't have to clean it either. A little bit inside. and the switch and that, obviously, but it's a really maintenance-free sort of mech. And that's got the original goon on the top. Look at that. Walking mix interfering with my... It'll go in a minute. I turned the autofocus off because it kept popping. So now it refuses to do anything. Anyway, that's what it is. In there, there's a set of 0.1 aliens from John at Proper Coils. In that, we were just saying about this, it's the raspberry white chocolate cheesecake from the Wicklicker era of Licious. And it's very, very nice. It's been stood in there a while and with the nicotine in it, and it's not done anything to it. Are you trying to watch while you're at work? Beck's Blue tastes the same as Beck's Red, just smells of that's what I liked in the beer as well. Tadcaster Zero alcohol is Madry. Madry is about as Spanish. Well, that's right. When we went to Benidorm the first time, we were all drinking this Madry thinking, oh, fine Spanish beer. Of course, it's made by Coors, isn't it? So that's that. But I like the Malaga Lager. That was Spanish. That was lovely. We were drinking that in Tenerife once, and it was about €2 a pint. You don't think your mic is a problem? You're just playing out loud. What's that? Have I missed something? You're absolutely fantastic. You put one of John's Boer aliens in the sturdy one the other day. How did you get on with that? There were his aliens. I used to use his 0.5 aliens in all mine. The new Licious is it's 70-30, is it? I prefer him 70-30. Bit thicker if you're on a Mac. 80-20 is a bit too thick. Just end up with a room full. Yeah, they are good. I wish I had some more of them. I used the last two. It was 0.5 aliens. I've got some of Ian's Claptons. They're good. And then I bought some, I just fancied some because somebody was on about them, the Canuck coils. And they're the Crackle version, the aliens. And they're good. Need plenty of cotton in them, though, because they're a bit thinner. He seems nice. If you're looking at, obviously there's Ian as well, so if you want to look at Ian's coils as well, that's what's in this San AIO. It's a 0.3 in there, and it's a fantastic coil. He put it in for me at Expo. I've got a bit more wick in it this time because it's not crackling. According to Faddy, Wick Liquor was a cheap version, the Temu Wish version. I don't think you could call it that as such. I don't think it was crap. I've had some crap juice, but I don't think that was crap. That's lovely. That is absolutely lovely. I've tried a couple of the original Australian ones because I bought them off Bunny. I've got a strawberry swirl, I think, and a banana butterscotch one. It's bloody lovely. But I've sort of got to the point. You can actually get those as well if you use Benny's discount code through ModFog. So anybody that doesn't know that, if you go into ModFog, is it Ben 10, Ben 15? You just have to check with them before you do it. I should know really because I was on the show the other day. Dave Watson or UK Coils. I don't think I've tried either of them. There is some good coil makers, some very, very good coil makers. I don't think I've ever had a bad one. Yeah, strawberry swirl's nice. I've got 2 bottles of that here. I can't remember which one's got the nick in it though. I like this one as well, the chocolate eclair. That was nice. That one. Just to show you the labels. Let's go through them all. But banana butterscotch custard, that was the one. That's the Australian version because there's no wheat liquor on it. That one, that is lovely. You got that bang on. It's lovely. See what else I've got. See, that's the wheat liquor version, so I've got 2 bottles of that. I'm sure there's definitely another one that I bought. Yeah, you tried most of them. Have you ever tried making Cosmic? Not making them, no. I've wound e-cig one at some cheap deals on wire. And, you know, obviously you never know just in this country just the way it's going to go, so I bought it. And I used to wind sort of round wire coils up and that sort of thing, but I've never actually... It was a thing I was going to get onto and never actually did. And then obviously we got supplied with them for a long time and I ended up with loads. But then you get to the point where you think, it's all right, bang your face on your own microphone, that's a good idea. And then it got, so I just never did it. I don't know where the rest of them are. There's some more somewhere. Boysenberry, I gave that to... yeah, they also say wheat liquor on them as well. There's a little wheat liquor just there that I feel focus. There you go. See you now. I must have never reviewed that one. That's still got the bloody thing on it. Yeah. Oh, that's lovely. Especially the small aliens. Some people do Claptons because they say they're easier than doing aliens. I can't remember who told me that. I think it was probably Scuba, to be honest. See, on the knuckle, you wouldn't know any difference with them two. Oh, I don't know. There's definitely some more custard in there. You got the new swirl and the Neapolitan. Have you tried them yet? I tried to make my own aliens, ended up strike or Clapton way. There you go then, really. Did they work? That's the thing. I just bought this. I'll show you. Let's play a game of where did I put that? I used to have drawers full of mod boxes and stuff like that. Now they're full of bloody power bank boxes. I've got some more coming as well. To Fallout 20 gram Canthal. They were up for about £1. I mean, it's probably no bloody use to no ornament, but I thought, well, there'll be one day when I ain't got anything. And you know, at least you'll be able to warm some juice up, won't you, really? Just that stuff. And I've got three packs. I've got different stuff, so I know one of them's Clapton wire. I'll be able to wind that up. Oh, they did work. Oh, good. You used to make your own coils back in the day, 2010 to 2016, but then it was easy to buy them. Clapton, Aliens, Juggernaut. Okay. Oh, right. There you go. This is what I tend to review nowadays on my other channel, and I've got an Amazon store, Amazon storefront that I set up. The Amazon storefront took £1,600 last month, and they keep sending stuff like this out. These are brilliant. They really are brilliant. And I'm not saying that because they send them out. And they sell ever so well. And they're not dangerous or out like that, because sometimes you think with, some things you get or some things you buy from online sites that they probably haven't been checked properly. But these, you never have a bit of bother with them. You shove that in your thing. If you've got a phone with a Type-C wire on it, you just shove that in there. Fast charges it for you. You can also put a Type-A to type anything and a Type-C to Type-C in there as well. It's even got a bloody torch on it. Look. Perfect. When you sort of think, why would you want a torch? Then you think, well, when are you going to use one of them? In a tent. Light goes off, you've got a torch, you've got a power, haven't you? I can also plug it in and it'll power that as well, even though we got it wrong. You got a stab wood version of the SX Mini SL class V1 on the way. Good lad. I've just seen that one of Grim Greens. I've just bought one of them. I'm just waiting for it to come. I thought it'd be here tonight. I was going to do a build on it, and it sadly hasn't turned up. So I'm not. You still use generic mass-made coils before putting in decent handmade coils? Oh well, yeah. I just love those little mouth-to-lung aliens that John used to do, 0.5. And I always used to turn up to 22. He says, you're not supposed to turn them up above 18. And I've just vaped them forever. I used to love the crackle that come off them. Although they were very thirsty on the first couple of days as I settled in. I really do miss John. He's a lovely guy and an absolute professional, but obviously he's gone on to be pretty, it's a pretty serious job, so he's stepped away. You're redoing your direct-to-lungs, DLS, DJI, Mic Mini. New light box, new table lights, new foam clamp, new swamp mat. All right, good lad. Yeah, did you get that Mic Mini in the sale? They've dropped to 27 quid. I've got two of them now. I've got one in white, one in black. The reason I bought them is because you're always going to use them. I've got one for, I'm just using this one, mate. Just been using this one tonight, mate. I've got the old goon on it as well. It's really lovely. For a 2016 RDA, cracking thing. Anyway, if you have popped in, hit the thumbs up button. And if you want to see another show this time next week, it won't be me. This is an absolute one-off. For the simple reason, this time next week, I'll be at work. In fact, this time tomorrow, I'll be at work. But Sue's not in, and I just thought, do you know what? I just fancy going live and talking to the people I've been talking to for a long time. It is beautiful, mate, yeah. I think there's still some available if you can run to it, but there were about 3.5, something like that. And what have I had it? 2 or 3 years? I dropped it a couple of times initially because I was still drunk all the time. And I tend to knock it off late at night in the front room onto a wooden floor. And it's not done anything to it at all. And it comes with a beautiful box with there's a pouch that goes in it, so you could keep it in the pouch and if you was moving it about. But, I mean, obviously, mine stuff like this don't even get out of the house. And that is a perfect little setup. It's just the right colour. But I bought the green one to go on top of my Exo because I got the silver version. I thought about getting the black, and then I thought, well, if it didn't have the green in it, it'd be all right. So, yeah, that's right. Yeah. I've actually got some Ray-Bans. I bought some Ray-Bans, with my prescription in. I mean, these are all right, but as soon as I start to warm up, they slip about. I've had them adjusted that many times, and I find them quite uncomfortable. And I've always fancied a pair of Ray-Bans. So I've found an online thing. I've got sent my prescription off to them. And they should be in next week. So I'm looking forward to them coming. They should be more comfortable than what these are. because I need them full time now. If I take them off, I'm like one of them people, like a mole. You know, like moles when you, oh, God. I've got that used to wearing them. I don't really know I've got them on until it gets warm, and then they start doing this, and it bloody gets on my nerves. I've bent them now. But I've had them adjusted quite a few times, and I think the problem is sometimes they're just cheap. Go live while I'm working. I couldn't get away with it, mate. You've got GDPR over here, and if you've got somebody in the cab, you've been in serious trouble. Because obviously it's like a place of business. And, you know, it's a council licensed Acme carriage, so there's no way they're going to put up with that. It's not one of them sort of jobs, really. Goggles for you. I've got, I can't remember what they called them now. That just tastes like an eclair, that. Lovely. Yeah, these are varifocals. They're brilliant. Takes you a couple of weeks. But especially if you, I mean, they're perfect. If you need reading glasses, they're absolutely perfect. Because you just look down. I mean, I can now see my dashboard, which I haven't seen for ages. And they're just so easy. I never take them off. Very, very rare I ever take them off. I just, you know, till I go to bed. Just, I mean, I can't see the chat now. That's it. And I say I've had them on that long and now look like a person that wears glasses because I'm like this. The only thing they're no good for, if you go live on your phone and it's stood on a stand, you tend to look at it like that because you're looking at it out the bottom, but they're so easy. You found a Kennedy Roundhouse for cheap, 60 quid. It's got the Kennedy 41mm RD8. Yeah, there you go. That is a bargain, isn't it? You got two pairs of prescription glasses for photochromic lenses, UV scratch proof, 80 quid. Yeah, I got, these were just short of 200 because I got the full thing. Because we're going out walking and on my bike, obviously if the sun's out, these don't go dark. And I said to him at the time, "Oh, can you get them so they go dark?" She said, "Oh, you don't really want that because they don't work in cars." And I never pushed it, to be honest. I should have said, "Oh, that's exactly what I want," you know, because as soon as you get out of the car and you're going walking or on your bike, you're out, they work. And it's surprising. It's quite blinding, really. I've got some prescription sunglasses that I don't seem to bother with them. But like yesterday, when we were coming home from Whitby, the roads were wet and the sun was out and I couldn't see bugger all. It was awful. Yeah, the warning lights, yeah. Yeah, that's quite helpful, really. When you, these do. All right, I see. Is that what it is? Oh, that's all right then. I mean, Sue's got some, I mean, her glasses were hundreds of pounds. And they're no better than mine. You still just look through them. It's only the frames that are better, but it's a lot of money. It's only an 18650. I mean, the thing is, if you put the right build in, they can be quite fiery, can't they? I've got 4 mechs. I've got the Back to Basics version 4. That's a nice mech. It took me ages to get that to work. It was Tim that said you're not cleaning it properly in the switch. And so I really got stuck into the switch and it worked a treat. I've got a little 18651, which I can't think what that's called without dragging it all out. Yeah. Yeah, a little 18651, which I paid 150 quid for, I never used. Because the thing went on at 21700. That's when I started watching. The worst thing for me was watching bloody YouTube. I got watching Bogan, and he did a review on that slam piece, and I went straight down the shop and bought it. I went in the vape shop and got one in. I said, "Oh my god, that was 400 quid." And I've also got the slam, and I've got this one. So how many is that? 1, 2, 3, 5 mix. That one I got from Expo off Ian. I sold that to Vinny at the vape shop. Overpowered. He wanted it. I've got a couple of. I've got a LiPo mod and a couple of batteries. I've actually got 2, but one of them is Johnny O's. So it was about 260 quid and it's knackered. There's no wonder he cleared off, really, is there? With his ADHD. Probably have a bit more of ADHD with everybody wants to be. Oscar will be at May Expo for anyone wanting an Infinite Mods mech. I want to meet Oscar. I'm at the May Expo. I've already booked the hotel. I don't know whether it'll carry on after that, but hopefully it will. It depends what the government does. I think they're going to make it so you can't do out. So as everything, it'll disappear, isn't it? So it's a shame, really, isn't it? But that's life. You got the overpowered Expo. Yeah, it does, yeah. Yeah, it does. Yeah, that's exactly what it does. Yeah, I got the overpowered stacks, but I brought it home. I bought it on a bit of a whim, really. I've already got stacked. And it's just stood there in the thing. I'd never used it. Never, ever used it. Only once at Expo. And I mentioned it to Vinny. I said, I bought an overpowered for 60 quid. He said, I'll give you 65 for it. I said, no, you won't. You give me 60. I said, that's what it stands me at. Oh, all right, then I'll give you 60. So I took it down. He bought it for me. Yeah, I think it will, yeah. Yeah. Because for the simple reason that obviously it was being funded by the people with the disposables. And they're not going to be there, and that's the end of that, isn't it? Them Expo places must cost a fortune to rent, wouldn't they, really? Such is life. What can you do? Things change. That's it, isn't it, really? Best thing you can do. I mean, you hear some people saying, "Oh, well, if we make it so I can't vape, I'm going to start smoking again." Well, you'd be better off not doing anything. Hit them where it hurts that way. Just don't do anything. Don't give them any tax whatsoever. 198 quid for a standard room for 3 nights. I can't remember what I've paid. I've got the deluxe room. I think I got it for less than that, to be honest. I did it when we was in Zoom that night. I don't know if you was there. Well, it probably is. Yeah. Home Zone on tour is the way forward, yeah. Hopefully that'll take off and, hopefully that'll make enough money to keep going, because these manufacturers need an outlet, don't they? And it's, it's like, what do they call them? I can't remember. People that go to a vape or to a shop and buy a vape juice and a little pod system and are going to have no interest in that type of obvious stuff. Stuart. But, people are never going to spend 250 quid on a vape mod because they won't even know what to do with it, are they? Unless they run it in conjunction with the Man Cave Expo, that was a couple of years ago. I don't know. I can't see it. You'd end up with the same size as, I don't know, your local shop, wouldn't you, really? You couldn't put the Home Zone in the NEC because it just doesn't work out, does it? It's Village Hall size, the Home Zone, isn't it, really? And you need somebody else in there to do it, and it costs thousands, doesn't it, that NEC? Everything's just mega money. Did you go around that Man Cave thing? I don't think I went then. You can't go to the Feb one. I don't know about September. I need to get back to work first. But not really on tour, is it? It's the same place in November. Will you go to the May one then, Shrek? So I've already booked the hotel. Like I say, though, it depends if you go to if you're at work. If you can't afford it, you can't afford it, can you? We're not doing a lot this year. I think we're going to the Isle of Wight in June. I'm off away with the lads in February for 4 nights to Benny, We booked it. Got a good deal on it, so we booked it. Obviously, with Lou the way she is, you can't book anything in advance, so we just keep waiting, doing when we can. Oh, you've already booked me, yeah. So I don't know what I paid for it, I'll be honest, without looking. I suppose I could have a look, but it'd be a bit of a job looking now. Oh, right. Was it any good, Matt? Did you go in? To be honest, an expo for me really is going sitting on on one of them settees and talking to you lot for 3 days. That's what I go for, and then a quick wander around the suppliers and stuff like that, and have a word with them. I mean, I've never been a hunter of free shit. And I was quite embarrassed when this time I was walking around with the camera and this guy said that you're an influencer. I said, I don't think many people are influenced by me, to be honest. He says, you've got a camera, so you can have one of these. And he gave me this little pod system, this click thing. And it was lovely. And then somebody else gave us a bag full of stuff. I can't think who it was. These were good. But I don't really like salts much. Is that what it was all about then, gaming? Where do you live then, Craig? That is just lovely. Just makes a change just to have a big old vape, doesn't it, really? Guiding assistant, yeah. I've got the dark glasses. I could be the vaping god. Hang on. I changed my persona when I put these on. Just don't wear them in the sun. They're probably a bit greased up because they've been stood here since... Look at them bad boys. I am a vaping god. Oh, bloody hell, Devon. What do you think? Do. Now gaming another tech. No, it's an hour and a half for me, really. Just depends what the traffic's like. And normally, I'm going down on a Friday, so it's usually crap. I love it, though. I do love it. It's something I really enjoy. I just like wandering around, put a couple of videos up, just chatting to everybody. I get on with everybody. I get on with absolutely everybody anyway. There ain't nobody I don't like. Leave the drama for the drama people. I've got enough drama in my life without worrying about vaping, really. It's the same in every niche, though, as you look around at different niches, there's people sort of digging at each other and, like TikTok. Christ, what a bloody den of iniquity that is. That's lovely, that. And it's about £5 a bottle. The Prosecco Cowboy, yeah. I went to pick up, I'll be back. I'm the vaping god when I put them on. I just turned to a different person. We should have done a giveaway tonight with Posh Vape Show, shouldn't we? Because that's the new sponsor of the channel. When one of these big manufacturers takes it up, there's one or two been approached, but we're talking millions, and they just haven't got the brass to do it because it's a secret recipe, only available on ELR as public. I might have to take it off there, really, because I think that's why I'm not getting anybody to buy it. That cranberry shock sour kisses the back of your throat, and you just know how good it is. Connor loves it. I started putting less shock in it, and to be honest, it's a lot nicer juice. It was a bit dry before, and I went off it for a while, and I thought I'm going to have a mix. And when I was at the expo, it must have been last year, Brent tried it, and he said it's a bit dry for me, that. So I thought, well, I wonder if I just take a little bit of that shock out, if it'll stop the dryness, and it is. It's a lot more fruity. But I love that 12 milligram smack at the back of the throat. You hate ELR. What do you use then? That other one shut down, didn't it? The vaping community one. I had some stuff on there, but none of it was any good. I basically now I vape Onyx and I vape that cranberry shock sour, and that's all I really bother with. And every now and again I'll put some cotton in one of these, or I'll fill a tank up. But it's got now, so I can't stand all the steam in the house, to be honest. I like it though. They had a bit of a dickhead on it one bit. He was a bit overfull of himself. He just couldn't wait to mark you down on something and be really funny, and he was a bloody tyrant. Anyway, they squared him up. I think Addy Tooney had something to do with that. He said, "Oh no, we've told him, we've reined him in." He was, I think he was one of them people that got bullied at school. Yeah, I'm ready for some more cranberry. I've used up again. Seriously, donuts glazed biscuits tonight. It's gorgeous. I've never really done donuts. They're usually a bit dry. Brent was supposed to be there at the last one. Got all the tickets and that. Got all the flights booked. And I think he come across and stayed with Sam Bogan. To be honest, I think they went out together. So obviously you couldn't get the flights back, and they cancelled it that near to the time. Must have cost a lot of people a lot of money. That was a good thing about that flex. If you don't go right up till 2 days before, you can tell them to stick it. I think I even cancelled it once and then redid it. It's all right. I can't count to 20 and talk at the same time. Since I've turned that autofocus off, you can see me on air light. Before you couldn't see it. I think I've got it a bit scrunched up there or something. That's better. It's just the R that seems a bit brighter. I think it's turned out a bit. It was nice to meet Brent and all. He was a lovely guy. Oh, you got a car parking as well? I just paid for it, to be honest. We decided we weren't going to change hotels. Because that just cost a fortune last time, especially for me not drinking. Because I kept just, I didn't get an Uber or anything like that. I just parked at the expo and it was 18 quid a day. Stupid money. Yeah, that's nice. That I used to use citrus soda and champagne as well. All right. Yeah, I like citrus soda. I love champagne. I used to do a strawberry. Was that a strawberry and champagne with something else in it? I think, and I baked that for ages as well. Because I used to get some commercial juice that was strawberries and champagne, and I vaped loads of it. I got it cheap. It was out of date, and I got it from somewhere like Vape Club, and I was buying it by the box, basically. And I can't think what it was called now. And then they did a honeycomb one as well, or something like that. And that was bloody good. And I bought loads of it during COVID. Bottles and bottles. Like 30 bottles or something like that. And I vaped it all. I actually vaped it all. And then I found one bottle that I hadn't vaped. It was 60ml bottles. And after I'd been mixing for a while, I tried it and it was just really sweet and shitty. So I'd obviously surpassed it, with me mixing. I'm not a particularly good mixer, to be honest. I put things in the bottle and I vape them afterwards, and that's about as far as I go. But I was better. I think there must have been a lot of sweetener in. I put 0.25 in now, I think, or 0.2 or something like that. I started putting more sweetener in than what I ever used to. I don't know why I didn't used to use it before. Because there's nothing wrong with it. It's not sugar. I think it was the coil thing I was after, but I do put a little bit more sweetener in it now, and I much prefer it. Just rounds it off, doesn't it, really? But 1 hour and 2 minutes, bloody hell! It's like the old days. I'll stop a bit longer anyway. Quite enjoying myself. It's nice to see a few people in. When I go live on my other channel, I haven't got a massive following on there for live shows. I do reasonably well with the videos, but nothing like. It's not like a community that's on here. Limage? I don't know. I can't think what they called this. It would have been the same stuff as everybody else's. Chances are. Without going back, I can't even go back through the videos because I deleted a load of them. And then there was something with a honeycomb as well. There was a different bottle of it. I got that, and that was bloody good. That was really nice as well. But I just seem to. But I suppose you can vape yourself out of certain things as well. I think I keep seeing. I'm in Mark Fagan's group, and there's a lot of people that forward different things about bloody popcorn lung and all sorts. That's going, doing their rounds on the media. These terrible lung infections and illnesses that they've got. I really would like it to stop, but there's nothing you can do it. Yeah, there was some honeycomb, wasn't there? Lemon honeycomb, something like that. It was not as good as the strawberry and champagne. I can remember the strawberry and champagne was a little red bottle, 60ml bottle, probably redder than that. But I think I actually threw it away in the end because I'd gone off it. So yeah, the WHO. They need taking to task, don't they? I mean, I could call myself that, couldn't I? I could call myself the World Vaping Organisation, couldn't I? You could call yourself what you want. The World Vaping Health Organisation. I hope to start a channel up with that and just sit there and tell people how good it is. Num Nums Neil or Rainbow Vapes. What's that? No, I'm on about the actual mixed juice. There is some crap and everybody's got an opinion, haven't they, really? What are you doing vaping that? What's it got to do with you? And they're drunk when they're saying it like, so I could tell you about your alcohol intake, but I'm not going to go on about it. Oh, I need to drink, it calms me down. You know what I mean? It's all right for them to stick the nose into what you're doing, but if you start sticking your nose in back, surprising how many people what you tell that you've stopped drinking, they go, well, I should really. Why? Why would you want to stop? How many times do you drink a week? Well, I have a few pints on a Friday night. Why would you want to stop then? Oh, Neil Stout. You've lost me. Right, there we go. I'm trying to order some flavours and try a chocolate milkshake stout, but need 4 flavours I don't have. Rainbow Vapes have got a limited thing. If you're just starting to mix, you're just looking for something to put in the bottle, it's a single flavour or something like that, you can get some right stuff off there. I do a few single flavour ones just to try out. A lot of them don't work out like, but I do. I used to like an Imperial Stout when I drank. One of them 14%ers that blew the back of your head out. I was trying to think of that brewery in Leeds. Can't think what they called it. There was some gorgeous stuff. They did one which was a rhubarb, what was it? Jam roly-poly. That was a bit sweet. Yeah. I'm just going to read that out for anybody who hasn't seen it. Mick, there's one article going around where a woman says vaping caused her lung to fail. But in the article, she was already in lung failure for smoking 3 packs a day. And that's it, isn't it, really? Do you like milk? Yes. Why? It's good for broken noses for anyone that sticks it in. Yeah, but they do. That's exactly what they do, don't they? There's people that can't resist giving you advice. I was talking to somebody. I lost quite a bit of weight once, and one of them sort of diets. And, what did you use to lose weight? Well, I eat a lot of fruit. Oh, you can't do that. I'll give you a load of sugar. Now the one that do the IPAs, You could go on a brewery tour with them as well. Northern Monk. Are they in Leeds? I think it was Leeds. Louise actually bought me a tour of that, but it was mid when she was really poorly, and then I'd stopped drinking anyway, so it's probably not a good idea. But it's I say it is the same when you said sort of. I read it ages ago when this woman said, instead of telling people that you don't drink, just tell them you're driving. She said because they've got, oh, okay, they won't tell you to drink if if you're driving. Your cat's just got out of his bed and he's sat there half asleep. It's so cute. We sent him away for a few days while we were away. And he come back yesterday and he wasn't too amused by it. He's walking around the house meowing. And then we went to bed last night and he woke me up at bloody 5 o'clock because he wanted to go out. Starts ragging the side of the bed. He's a little shit house, honestly he is. You spoil him, that's the trouble. I said to my wife, I says, no way in this world are we having another bloody cat when he goes. So we'll get you one of them pretend ones and we'll just have that. She didn't actually say it because she knows full well we'll be having another cat. That tastes a bit dry. Now I've been vaping it for just over an hour or hour and a half because I was vaping it before I come on. There's like a donutty dry to it. It's still nice, but when I first started vaping it, it was a lot fruitier than that. A lot stronger than that. Yeah, I didn't realise there was that many. I'd have enjoyed that, but I found out you had to go to a weekend anyway. That's nice, that. I thought I'd got alcohol in it when I was drinking. I was a full bottle by now, talking bloody gibberish. You ever done a brewery tour? I don't know. I bet it's interesting. Yeah, it could be my throat, yeah. Let's try this. This sick current. Have a go at that. See, that's all right. Still here, Mike? This gets used more than you think. I was licking his bumhole. That's attractive. And wet me whistle, yeah. You're probably right. I've been talking non-stop for an hour. I know when I first started this, I always wanted to just sit there and talk to people. And at the time, you don't have enough subscribers. But if you can talk for 3 hours. If you get the right sort of people in chat who are actually interested in talking to you and each other and keep commenting. But you can get some streams where you just start and it's never going to work because everybody's just like, I only really want to listen. I don't want to talk today. So you can hit the thumbs up and subscribe. Look at me with my cardigan. Look. I've actually ordered another one. I've got old now. Since I've been on the blood pressure tablets, I get cold real quick. And for many a year, I've just sat in the front room with a T-shirt on in the winter and a pair of trousers. And it's not been the warmest ever. But now I can't do it. I honestly can't do it. During the day, I get away with a body warmer in the cab. I just wear a body warmer and a T-shirt because I don't normally wear jumpers because I've got psoriasis on my elbows and it grabs hold of that and makes them sore at the end of the day. But this is a really comfortable cardigan. And I only really wear it. It hangs on the back of the chair and I put it on when I come in. I find you only need 10 active in chat for a single person show, but yeah. No, I don't need one now. I do enjoy it though. I did invite quite a few people on tonight, but one of them wasn't you, sadly. Yeah, still using the old job V2, and I can just sometimes it's just nice just to actually sit there and have a chat, and ask about people's lives, and I do quite enjoy doing that side of it. I don't know whether I'd ever be able to do it. When I had interviewed Mike Haynes, that took about 2 or 3 weeks to set that up because I actually did a proper job. I never thought. I actually never thought, to be honest. I just popped it in a chat that I'm in, and then sent it to the lads on WhatsApp. But I just never thought. It was something I thought later on. I've just signed back up for Zoom. They give me a bit of a deal for a couple of months. I'll probably keep it, to be honest. I might even just buy it for a year. Because one thing I would like to do on my other channel is there's a couple of lads who I get on really well with, who would just do the same thing as what I do, go around filming stuff. There's one lad called John, and he's a lovely guy. Another one called Simon. I'd like to get them into a Zoom room and do a live show with them every now and again. Because we've all got similar interests, and it'd be good. You're obviously not in the chat. Well, you can't be in every chat, can you? Some are just for different shows and stuff like that. I don't do a lot of Facebook groups or WhatsApp groups even, because you just get sick of it, don't you? I've come out of most of the vaping ones because, some people buy a new mod and then post it in each one. I'm still in Scubas, but I think I came out of most. I dissolved the late night vape show one. I chucked everybody out and then shut it down. I'm in very, very few of them, to be honest. For that reason, because I said people come in and they bought a new mod, post it in 20 different groups, and you're there we go again. I'm starting to wish I brought that bottle up now. You can't be in every one, can you? That's got going now. The good thing is when you're on a computer, you actually don't know how many people's in chat. So instead of watching it go up and down and thinking, oh, I'm not doing very well, you just do what you're doing. Yeah, that's right, yeah. Yeah, that's it, exactly. Yeah, I think I was in Flat Caps, it disappeared. Obviously I was in the Late Night Vape Show. I think I'm in the Fluid one. Or I follow the Fluid one, because I get a bit of news from them. But obviously, I used to like to go into Zoom sometimes on, after shows and stuff like that, but I found that quite difficult as well. And I used to listen to shows earlier on in the evening. Well, there you go then. 12 watching, look at that. We used to do 50, didn't we, when we used to do that thing? But I think they all did, didn't they, really? When people didn't have a lot to do. And I suppose if you do it on a regular basis, people would come in. But I haven't got enough to tell everybody, and I haven't got enough time to do it. By the time I've gone out Monday, I go out, do a bit of filming. Lou comes for tea. Then I do my editing for the whatever I filmed that day. So that's that. Tuesday I'm at work. A lot of what I used to do would be, Sue was on night, so I'd sort of come home and sit here and do stuff when she wasn't here. Flat Cap's okay, you spoke recently. All right, yep. Nice guy. I mean, I've still got, it's back in its box, it must be. I must have put it back in the box with it. Where is it? I actually put them away for the simple reason I do Amazon reviews in here, and you won't be able to have anything like that. What I normally do is I set my chair up, shut that door, set the chair up, and there's just a couple of pictures, and there's a microphone there and a couple of drone bags. So it's set up like that. So that's where I do me other ones, but I have to make sure that there's nothing there for Amazon. And I just changed the background on here, so for when I'm doing lives on the other one, because I spend more time doing it there. When it's the same picture getting posted in multiple vape groups, it starts getting a little boring, yeah. I actually came out of the advocacy group that I started. Because of the negativity, you'll get somebody that just starts kicking off, and then all of a sudden somebody will turn up with a Vaperesso pod, blowing a cloud out, going, oh, I'm just getting stuck into this. Oh, for fuck's sake. I don't think you're ripping into a Vaperesso Nano, are you really? With some salts in it. But apparently they used to get paid for that. I don't know how you get paid for doing that, but anyway. But you know, when you see constant posts about vaping's dead, vaping's this, vaping's that. I mean, Bill put it just right once. He said, "Let them get on with doing what they want to do, and then you know where you are. Then you can just forget about it." And I think that'll sort of work out. I think it's a big shame that people from different communities have opened shops with a few disposables in there, called themselves vape shops, and actually got the proper ones that have cared about people getting off of cigarettes and onto vaping. They've got tied with the same brush, and it's rough, isn't it? His father-in-law passed away, and he had a lot of work on. Then he was having to work twice as much as he had to go to his brother's wedding in Australia. Christ! The last time I saw Flat Cap, I got the Attistack stuff from him at Expo. Yeah, he sent me out the stack mod. 21700 series. And I'd got a Asgard with a broken cap. And I got one from Brent. And it must have been, I couldn't believe it, because it all fit in together. As soon as you put the Brent's cap on it, it just fit in with the mod. It got the pink in it, the black in it, and everything. It was perfect. But it was powerful. It was a really good mod, that. I had it stood here for a long, long time. And I must have put it back in its box and put it away, to be honest. I sort of left it on display. I didn't realise his brother lived in Australia. That's the trouble, isn't it? When Lou went to Australia, it cost a bloody fortune. But somewhere she's always wanted to go. And, I mean, as far as she knew, this time now, she won't be here. Because they said you're stage 4. And you just think, well, that's it. You're doomed. And she's still at it now. She's just waiting for the next scan, so. Another one, fingers crossed, eh? But life's bloody hard sometimes. Trying to get a new logo on the panels. I wonder who'd do that for you. Could you do it with a sticker, or? Be surprised what people can make with stickers. That's the only thing, isn't it? When it was like a custom thing, wasn't it? So, like, he's gone. It's surprising how many people, maybe Brent, have a word with Brent, get in touch with them. You might find out they could do something for you, because it's the same sort of stuff as they use, isn't it? Acrylics and that. Some clear panels in the side of it or something like that. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? Yeah, that's right, yeah. That's the only trouble with it. You know, we talk about mortality. You know, me and Lou are just real about it. And me, Lou and her mum are just real about it. You know, she'll come in sometimes, typical young woman of her age. Oh, I'm putting a bit of weight on. I always say to her, you put as much on as you can, because I said, when that comes, you'll get another 2 months out of it. You know, don't go on a diet, for God's sake. And you have to be real. You know, you have to make plans. And we look at each other in the eye and we just make plans. Oh, there you go. Stu makes panels. Anyway, I suppose I'd better go, because this bloody cat wants to go out, and I've been here for 1 hour and 21 minutes. And I hope you've hit like. Do you think if the real UK Vape Show had come on, it would have got more than 12 people in? Bless him. I put it in the chat, and I hope Vic was going to come in, to be honest. I said, what are you doing? We're pinching my show. I like Vic, bless him. This cat's rubbing around my feet, but you never know what he wants. He was doing this earlier, so I went down and opened the door, and he looked at me like, you can piss off, I ain't going out there, Paul. So, I'm trying to get the dimensions, or maybe Gaz, if he has a printers to do them. Yeah, well, that's right, yeah. Yeah, that's right. What logo are you after? Oh, your new logo. I ain't got a logo. Yeah, no worries, mate. So I better go and sort this bloody cat out because he's furiously rubbing around my thing. And he did a massive fart earlier, so I'm presuming he wants to go out to the loo. It was a bit rough. Anyway, 30-second outro. I don't know when I'm coming back. I don't know if I am coming back. But if you're interested, pop over to my other channel, Walking with Mick. You might find some things on there that you're interested in. I can put the link in chat about now if anybody wants to come and say hello. If it works. Boosh. Yeah, that's it. If you click that link in a minute, we can have a bit of an after show if you want to. I'll just go and sort the cat out. Anyway, thanks very much, and we'll catch you all soon. Bye-bye.